here it's Tennessee, so we're gonna get the best guys here. That's just every year. Every time we're out there, it's competition. Nobody has a spot, nobody's comfortable. We're all working to get better.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Sylvester Smith, four-star safety out of Alabama, makes it official. He becomes Josh Heupel's 9th commitment in the class of 23. Really had a lot of momentum in recruiting. Been talking a lot about offense, which comes with the Nico commitment, and then Carnell Tate, all the rumors that are going around, all the guys that Josh Heupel and this coaching staff is getting on campus. But it appears lately there seems to be more momentum on the defensive side of the ball, but we'll get into it. We'll talk about it. We'll look at Sylvester Smith's highlights, take a look at his scouting report, all that information coming up in just a second. Before we get going, do me a favor. Go ahead and smash that like button just below the video. It's quick, it's free, it's easy. Helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network and you're wondering what this is, we're not experts, we're not insiders, we are fans just like you. If you dig the content, hit subscribe, click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. I'll be live later tonight, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, playing a little NCAA 2013 with the Elite. So come hang out. We'll talk Vol football, baseball, basketball. We'll talk about anything you guys want to talk about. Come hang out tonight, 6:30. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Again, Sylvester Smith out of Munford, Alabama. He's 5'11", 195, four-star prospect. Now, when you look at the different recruiting profiles, pretty typical. It's up and down, depends on where you look. But 24/7 Sports does have him as a four-star prospect in the class of 23. He is the 17th ranked player in Alabama and the 24th ranked safety overall. Now, when you look across the board, right, when you look at the different ranking systems, and again, they're up, they're down, highs, lows, what I always like to do is go look at the offer list, because I think the truth lies in what schools are interested in that prospect. Now, Sylvester Smith had offers from Auburn, Arkansas, Florida, Florida State, Georgia, Kentucky, LSU. So tons of offers across the board. But again, makes it official today, commits to Tennessee. Let's go ahead and get his highlights up on the screen there. Take a look at what he brings to the table for Tennessee. I like his physicality first and foremost. That's one of the things that jumps off the table to me. But we'll go ahead and look at the scouting report. This comes from Matt Ray over at SI.com. He did a sit-down interview a couple of days ago prior to the commitment and really kind of went through what Sylvester Smith does, what he brings to the table on and off the field. A lot of good stuff to take away from this interview. But the scouting report here says that Smith flashes elite lateral quickness. I like the word elite. Also says, and change of direction when you turn on the tape. His 5'11", 195-pound frame is well equipped to deliver brutal blows to opposing players, and his natural ball skills allow him to routinely win one-on-one situations with receivers. If you turn on the film, all of that is pretty easy to see. However, he believes his IQ for the game is what sets him apart from others. Now, when you look at what he would bring to this Tim Banks defense, I like the way that scouting report reads, because that's something that Josh Heupel talked about, and then later on, Tim Banks, once he was brought in as the defensive coordinator, he wanted guys that made plays on the ball, they used their football IQ. They play loose, they play fast. We're not getting overly complicated, which, going back to the previous staff, that's, all of their schemes seem to be so complex. We had so many missed assignments, guys that were lost. Didn't necessarily seem to be the case this past season under the new coaching staff. So I like how when you're seeing these players commit, they fit what Josh Heupel, and specifically in this case, what Tim Banks wants to do. Goes on to say that Smith is a grinder when it comes to his work ethic off the field, never stops from training sessions to the weight room to the film room. His IQ for the game grows daily with his skill set, as he has aligned with former NFL DB T.J. Heath to grow mentally and physically inside the game. And again, it seems to be every time we get a commitment, every time we seem to be doing a recruiting profile on one of the targets in the class of 23, that seems to be the case. Josh Heupel is recruiting guys that put in the work, not only on the field, but also off the field. The grinders, the guys with that work ethic, good kids, well-spoken kids. Josh Heupel is changing the culture, and I know it's like beating a dead horse. It's something we talk about constantly, but you're seeing it not only through the transfer portal, the guys that he is adding, but also on the recruiting trail with the class of 23. The guys that he is bringing in fit this culture, what Josh Heupel is doing. Again, look at this current team. They brought up a good point just this morning on the VolQuest podcast, talking about how Tennessee has not really lost anybody into the transfer portal that they are really concerned about. Anybody they wanted to stay has stayed, and you're not seeing a lot of roster turnover, and that speaks volumes about what Josh Heupel has been able to do in that locker room. Let's get back to Sylvester Smith. Says here, the growth in his game is inevitable, but before he can focus on what is next, he has to return to his old form before applying his fierce work ethic towards making further strides. He's coming off of an ankle injury that should have sidelined him for the duration of his junior season, only it didn't because he would not let it. The Sylvester Smith that you see on film from last year, albeit as productive as he was, is not the Sylvester Smith that he knows he can be. So that is the scouting report, again, from Matt Ray over at SI.com. I like everything I see about this kid, the work ethic, battling back from injury. That's something we saw with another class of 23 commit, Ethan Davis, a kid that they're gritty, they grind it out, they do not want to sit out. Sylvester Smith becomes the 9th commit in the class of 23, along with Nico Iamaleava, obviously the premier, the stud of the class, the leader, 5-star quarterback out of California. Also Caleb Herring, 4-star edge rusher, number 1 player in the state of Tennessee. Just absolutely crucial to go get the number 1 player in the state of Tennessee. But also, if you're going to go down to Alabama, poach talent from them. Let's go up to Kentucky, poach talent from there. Let's get it from North Carolina, Georgia, all around Tennessee. But keep the number 1 player in the state. Keep him home. Keep him home. Ethan Davis also in the boat, 4-star tight end out of Georgia. Trevor Duncan, the athlete, plays both the offensive and defensive line. Sounds like they're recruiting him as a defensive lineman, but so many experts, so many recruiting analysts really predict that Trevor Duncan's going to end up as an offensive tackle. Then you've got the in-state talent, Nathan Robinson, 3-star edge rusher, Aiden Bussell, 3-star offensive tackle, and also Nate Spillman, 3-star wide receiver. The class rounded out by 3-star safety Jack Luttrell. But again, today, Sylvester Smith makes it official, makes his commitment to Tennessee. I'm excited about the future for these defensive backs, and not just what Tennessee is doing on the recruiting trail in high school, but also look at what they are attempting to do in the transfer portal. Wesley Walker already transferred from Georgia Tech to Tennessee. Andre Turrentine, I made a video on him yesterday in the transfer portal from Ohio State. All signs indicate he is going to end up on Rocky Top. Fully expect that one to take place. So again, adding depth, adding guys with versatility. That's what I really like about Wesley Walker and also Turrentine once or when it's official. The versatility that they bring to the table in the secondary. Very crucial. Keep stacking these recruiting classes. Keep building this roster through the transfer portal. I think as far as the recruiting trail goes, probably going to be not a lot of action over the next couple of weeks, but Tennessee does have big recruiting weekends coming up at the end of May. Got another recruiting weekend coming up in June, so they will continue to build that momentum. But over the next week or so, I expect to see some transfer portal activity. We will keep you guys up to date. Hit that comment section. Let me know what you thought, what you think of Smith's highlights tape, what he brings to the table. And also go check out the official merchandise of the Talkin' VAWLS Network. Just go to bonfire.com/store/TalkinVaws. Any and all support you guys give is greatly appreciated. Got the brand new Talkin' VAWLS Elite shirts and all the old faithfuls that have been there for a while. But any and all support, we thank you guys for that. Again, it's bonfire.com/store/TalkinVaws. That's going to do it for this video. Make sure you smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. Hope to see you guys in the chat tonight. 6:30 p.m. Eastern time for the Let's Play NCAA 2013 stream. Got a little upgrade for you guys. Should be a lot of fun. So I hope to see you in the chat, but that's going to do it. This is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.